Welcome, friends, to another unauthorized. No, we will start with it. That was. Let's start again in English. Welcome to another unauthorized and rum-fueled treasure hunt in the sharky waters around the Gatsby Islands with Queen Ray and Uravea. Remember to smash that like button, friends.
Look who's here. Inessa is here. Hello.
Oh, hello. Good.
Hello, friend.
Okay.
Friend and co-pirate.
Yes. Inessa has his own time ship.
Yes.
And he's actually been helping a little on my repo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are we doing today?
Did you get the link?
I have the link.
Yes.
So we are adding login and sign up to your Gatsby project.
Yes.
Outseta sign up and login.
Yes.
And why have you been looking at Outseta, Ola? We need that disclaimer in the beginning.
Yep. We are we are going to help them make. Wait, I can read it out from my little book here. I have it in the book. Look at this. I copy pasted it into the book, old school style.
Okay, good job.
So we're going to make. Well, I'm going to help Queen Ray make a demo with a video walkthrough. We will develop a minimal React app to demonstrate how to use sign up, login, and profile embeds. Should I say the stuff about the routes also?
And protected routes.
How to protect certain routes to allow only authenticated users.
Yes.
Yeah?
So our assignment is to make that in a React application, but as you all know, we are Gatsby fans over here at Queen Ray and Pirates, or Queen Ray plus. What should this channel be called? Queen Ray plus Pirates, Queen Ray and the Pirates, and the Gatsby Pirates, maybe. Anyway, so Ola started having a look at how to do this with Gatsby, because I don't have time to start this project for another week. So Ola has been looking into how to do this with Gatsby, asking me questions, which has been really good because that helps me get my head churning, so that I kind of know what I'll need to do when I sit down to create the React demonstration. But that's all for the intro, right? You wanted to get coding.
You're trying to say that they're paying us for this.
They're paying us for that.
This
is a job.
But we love doing this anyway. So
yes.
But we have to tell everybody that they're paying. So that's
They're paying for us to make that. Yeah, they're paying for the demo, but we have no obligation to make these streams. But we like to stream whatever we're working on. So that's what we're doing.
Yes, coding in public. Okay.
Coding in public.
So I call the login and the sign up Anchor.
Okay.
So we have. I like to do this so it's easier for me to remember. I like to use A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because then I can make words here so I can remember, or actually visual cues, so it's easier for me to remember and also bake it into my story. So it's easier to remember so that I can practice it. So here,
do you want to share your screen, or
can we maybe do that? That's a very good idea. I must do the right one now. I have two screens. I'm not totally used to it, to say the least. Okay, that's the right screen. Yes,
there we go.
Maybe I should make it.
It's big enough.
It is big enough.
It's big enough.
Okay, I'll make it a little bigger. Okay, so here you see here.
Blatant disrespect for the queen there, folks.
No,
blatant disrespect.
I like big letters. So here it is. Here
and
it is.
I cannot lie. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So, the plan is, I will read it out. Oh, I can't stop doing John's voice now, but I can't do it since John's not here.
John has not commented.
John is not here, so I'll try to use my own voice. Okay. Plan A: add anchors and a head script. B: body. Set head on body. It's some kind of on render body. I don't really understand it, but it works, so that's cool. C: config. D: domain. And then I had an error, and maybe I can find my screenshot later. Well, I hope so. And then F: finish.
Yay!
Yay!
John is here. Do you want to say that in his voice?
John is here. John is here. Lord. Yeah. Hello, John. Okay. Hello. That's very good. That's very good. Now I can read stuff out in his voice. I like that. I like it a lot. Okay.
So I think you should go and show your. Yeah. Can you log into Outseta so we can see what the instructions are to make this complete for people?
Oh. Yes. Yes. I guess I can. I have this fabulous tool called OnePassword.
We're gonna remove you while you do that.
No, I put it on the other screen.
Oh, you are very pro, Ola.
Well, I have this amazing tool called OnePassword, and I just open it, and inside here, I just write Outseta, and there it comes. Let's see if it will actually. Sometimes I can just click open up and fill it out like that. Mm-hmm. No. No. That only works sometimes. I guess I'm doing something wrong with. Oh, look at that! But Chrome remembered my email. That's nice, Chrome.
I'm still gonna remove you in case something. I have been burned too much by this credential stuff.
But I have different passwords for everything, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah. So what we want to do here is we want to go to the integrate widgets.
Yeah, but I can just say what I did first because I did very little. I just sign up here, which is what we're going to make a sign up. So I just put in my email and my name and made a password, a new password, because I always do that. And then I came here. Hey there, Ura. And then follow these steps. And I was looking at the steps. Create account, check. Create account, check. Connect to Stripe. No, we skip that. Create pricing, skip it. Configure, sign up, and log in. Oh. Maybe I should have done that.
But we're skipping. No, we're skipping straight to integrate widgets because that's what we're going to be working on for the demo.
Here, I got this here. It is very small, isn't it? So here, this is where I got the head script from. Look at that. I loved it. When I saw that, I was like, yes, head. I like head.
Because an HTML document consists of a head and a body.
Yes. That's great. I love HTML. And John says something.
He's on its laptop, so the size is a little too small. So if you can bump up the font on the browser a little bit.
Yes, I love big fonts.
Fonts.
Look at this, John.
I love big fonts, and I cannot lie. Other people can't deny when the font walks in.
Okay, so I hope Jeff doesn't feel that I'm saying something bad here, but basically, well, no, forget about Jeff. I came in here, Jeff. And I looked at this and I didn't really know what to do, so I had to ask for help from the Queen. And but basically, what we're trying to do here is run this script here with these options here. No, let's not talk too much. Let's just do it. Yeah.
So what you want to do here is that
I didn't just I didn't get it. I didn't get how to do it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to make something here to make it real easy.
Yes. So it says that what we want to do is that we want to install the script in the header. So we want to add those script tags to the header. And unfortunately, with not with React, but with Gatsby, we don't really have direct access to the head. So because kind of Gatsby is the one in charge of creating the HTML for our site, and they want to kind of own how that is built in case they want to do new things to it. But as with all things Gatsby, there are different kind of or APIs that we can hook into to add to different parts of the process. And there is a way to add stuff to the head, and that's what we're going to be looking at now.
Yes.
So inside of Gatsby SSSR, we want to use the on-render body. Isn't it called on-render body?
Yes.
Which is really funny because it's on-render body, but we're adding to head. So
no, we put the head. We put no. I have the story for that. I'll look at that later. But maybe I should show people what we're making.
That's too late now.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That is the first. So here, what are we doing? Adding login, blah blah blah. Why? So what, why, and how? What's that? What's that? The developer, the one that worked at Gatsby. What's her name again? The one that came with this here. What?
Oh, the one who did the documentation.
Yeah. Okay, maybe somebody remembers. Let's
Maggie? Megan.
No. Megan taught me this what, why, how thing. I love it. So what? We're adding the login and sign up to the index, to my index on my Gatsby thing. And why? It's to stop Elizabeth's enemies from stealing Ruby's time ship. Look at these enemies down here. Look at this. Mary, she's the queen. She's evil. You can tell she likes rabbits. And here, look at that. That's her. The fox here, that's her enforcer / Inquisitor, Simona, Red Fox Renard. She's evil. We don't want them to take the time ship. And this is how
without Outseta, we don't have to code these things ourselves. So we are supposed to add some anchor links, and then we'll get sign up and login forms for us.
Yeah, so this is how it's going to look when we're done. It's a login link and a sign up link, and if I click it, nothing happens. What? It works for some reason. I don't know why. That was weird. Okay.
It works. It opens in a new window, but what we want is we want it to be a pop-up, a modal that comes on top of the page.
Oh, I'm not sure if I actually made that work, but we'll maybe make it work. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll have that thing here so we can look at it. Okay. So that's how it's going to look. This is how I'm going to do it. Add the anchor and head script, body, set head on body, config domain. Okay.
So I would start with adding the script to the header, and to do that, we need to use the onRender body method inside of our function. I need to look up these wordings inside of Gatsby SSSR. So what we're saying, so what we are saying is that when Gatsby renders the body on the server, when it creates the HTML on build, actually, so SSSR in Gatsby, this Gatsby SSSR, SSR stands for server-side rendering, but this is actually like on build time. So when the site is built, we can hook into on render body, and it has an action called set head components. And then inside of and then we say set head components, and we add a component. And I see you commented out that one piece.
Because so we'll coming later.
So we'll start with this Outseta script component, and as you can see, that is direct copy paste from the Outseta example. So that's that second part there. Script, the second script.
This.
Yeah.
That is this.
Yeah.
And you're calling it, you're giving it names here, because if not, React gets angry. No.
Yeah, the React gets angry. So it has to have that key, but then it's also good form to just give IDs to these scripts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now basically this is just a function.
Yeah,
you just
that's a
called
component
it that.
function.
We could have called it whatever we wanted, right?
Yes, we could have called it whatever we wanted.
And it returns this script here. And then we're basically passing it into the set head component here.
Yes. So set head component takes an array of components that you want to add to the head. So if you run this now and you open your page, we should be able to see that script in the head.
But I got one question first here.
Yeah.
No, let's do it. I should see it in the head. I should see it in the head. Okay. Where are you? There are you. Okay. So now there it comes. It's a little slow. Yeah, there's my error. Yes, my error was there.
So it's already complaining because it wants options to be.
Yeah, but don't do that. Say it again. I'm going to elements.
And then if you go head, and then you can do Control F or just have a look. You could search for it, or you can just have a look, and you should see a script. With ID Outseta script and the source that you see there.
I see it here. Isn't that it? Is it small again?
It's small again, but that's okay for this example. So now we have verified that we actually have the script in the head, which is what we wanted. So this is how I like to develop, at least. Like, I do one step, and then I actually verify that it's working.
It says up here, head, and inside it is there. Yeah, I also like it to see that it works. Yeah.
But then if you go to your console, it's complaining.
Yeah, but so that's my error. Yeah, this is an error.
Yeah, so that would be.
Could I try to say what it is, because I had a lot of trouble with this?
Yes.
Okay, so error domain is required, and if we go up here, to the, this is my domain here. This is my own thing, township Outseta, and yeah.
So what it wants an option. So the script wants some kind of configuration, and the way Outseta has decided to do that is to say, you give the script a data option that is called, and then you can call it whatever you want, but they have called it O option. And what I think the script then does is look on kind of the global scope of your JavaScript, and then it looks for a variable called O options. So if you comment out that data options, O options in your code, as their example was. So what we're now saying is that, you script are going to find the options on a global variable called O underscore options. Yeah. But we don't have a global variable called O options.
Yet.
And there might be other ways to get global variables into Gatsby, but this is to follow their kind of example. What they do, can we look at the Outseta documents again? Or there. What they do is they add a little script tag with some actual code inside of it. So script tags could either link to an external file, or you can link to a file either internally or externally with JavaScript, or you can just add the JavaScript inside of the script tag. So I thought it was interesting to see how can we do this as closely as the documentation already for our first exploration. So what we want to do now is we want to make another script tag, but what we actually have to put inside of the script tags is text.
So I'll just copy paste it in now.
Yeah.
Did you see how I could just click here in the GitHub to get my code? I didn't do anything.
I saw that.
GitHub just did it for me.
Yeah, but what I think you should do is do that const over to a var, because since this JavaScript isn't being compiled, we are not sure if not that var and the other one, the one below.
The config.
Yeah.
This?
Oh, no, sorry. Let that be constant. I have var there down in the dangerously set inner HTML.
You mean this here? This should be a var.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks very weird to me, but is that
so
just...
what we are doing here, it's kind of weird. So I wanted to make the config object a proper JavaScript so that we can see that it actually kind of works there up where we say const config. And there you have queen.outseta.com, but you want that same value as in the doc. So you want time ship.
No.
Okay.
I don't. Because this works. This works.
It should work with time shift. And then also really important is the monitor DOM true, because since this is a Gatsby site, our DOM, or since it's React, our DOM will change after the script has been added in a kind of an server rendered kind of paradigm. It would be all the DOM would be there when the script kind of is run. But now, like when you change pages inside of a React application or Gatsby's React application, the DOM will change, and the script, some scripts don't have this choice. Like you will have to say like load the script every time you have done a change to the DOM. But Outseta has a nice monitor DOM where it will look for changes on the DOM and then run its script again.
Okay,
or do whatever it does again.
So that's the monitor DOM thing. I found that somewhere in the documentation.
Yeah,
but it's not on the quick start there. It's somewhere else, I think.
Yeah. So this is for single page application. You need to add that monitor DOM if you're going to change the DOM. And then I do some funky stuff. Where what we actually want to do is like we want to write kind of JavaScript to the HTML. We're not kind of compiling JavaScript to add with our Gatsby stuff. We actually just want a global variable named OOptions. So I then stringify the config object so that it becomes just text. So if you run this again and you have a look in your inspect elements.
I need to do one more thing. So we're passing it here. Okay. Inspect elements. Let's see it. I like that snow thing because now I know when it's reloaded. Yeah. But look at this. I get my error again.
Are you?
Oh, I know why. I need to kill the SSR. I need to kill it. Die. Like that.
It could also just be that the error is there from before. So if you, above your console there's a little stop sign, like a circle with, if you clear. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm building the site. So
okay.
But let's look at this. So I call this config because you called it Outseta config. But this here thing, you just made that up.
Yes, but the key should be unique and the ID should also be unique. So
why do you call it config?
Because it's a configuration of the script. They call it option. We could call it options.
No, I like config. So so I'm configuring this script or that script.
Yes. You are configuring. You're configuring so they have a script, and we need some way of giving it configuration so it knows how we would like stuff to be done. It needs to know what domain it's working towards. It needs to know that it's going to monitor the DOM. And the more we get familiar with Outseta, we'll see that there are many other types of options that you can pass in on how you want it to work. So that's how you put it in. And different scripts want to be configured different ways. So for instance, the Fathom script, every option is its own kind of line. So every option is a string, and then we don't have to do any of this like funkiness. But in this Outseta script, it is looking for a global OOptions variable that it can grab its configuration from.
Yeah.
Okay, will you reload?
Yeah. Let's see. Is this another one? I have several. That's bad. Go away. Okay. This one is the one we're using. Okay. Okay. Look, the error is gone.
Yeah, and
it's connected.
If you click on login now, there should be a pop-up instead of a change in. There you go. There's a pop-up, and we're done.
That is the pop-up. Okay, let's make it a little bigger so you can see that it's.
You have to make it wider if you want to see that it's a pop-up.
It's popping up. Look, my little anchor is there behind.
Yeah. And then if you click on the sign in, you should get the sign in.
That was login, sign up. Select plan.
Ooh.
Okay, great. So that was it.
But how did we? Maybe you should show the login and sign up so people can see how.
Yes.
What you need to do on your page.
Yes, here.
And that is from the. If you open the Outseta docs again on your. If you scroll down there, it says add pop-up links, and then you can see Ola is now using my Queen. Queen account, but those you copy those links and you add them as the href to regular HTML links. And now when because we have that script in place, it kind of hijacks these links. So instead of moving to another page, just following that link, like we saw when Ola was demonstrating, he was like, why does it work? Well, it wasn't really working because it was just following that link href and opening that page. But now that we have the script in place, it will hijack and be like, hey, we're not going to move away from this page. We're going to give you a pop-up instead.
But why do you want a pop-up?
Because that's going to feel kind of more like you are staying inside of the application.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we are in my timeship now, and when you go here to log in, so you are the evil fox, and you come here you sneak into the timeship like a fox, and you're thinking, I'm stealing this timeship now. Let's log in, and then I'm still in the timeship. I just get a little bit of a pop-up. Whereas if you went to another page, you'd be like, what happened there?
Yeah. And it's been like a little bit back and forth, because if we remember, Stripe all the way in the beginning used to have a pop-up. So when you wanted to do a checkout with Stripe, it was a pop-up. But then then they decided on that checkout page instead, which looks really good. And then what they do instead of, because with this pop-up, you're kind of on the page, so they just need to close that pop-up and you're back on the page. While with the Stripe checkout, you are sent to the checkout page, so you're like actually like moved to a different URL.
It's like this.
Yeah.
And now I was at localhost, and now I'm gonna come to Stripe. Look at this, check out Stripe. Yeah,
exactly. And then you have had to configure, okay, when I'm done with whatever I'm going to do on this page, I want to come back to localhost. So you kind of have to let them know. But since with Outseta and this way that they've done it with pop-ups, you are just going to go back to the page you were on. But I think Outseta also works.
I was on the page all along now. That's what you're saying.
And one is called, so the where we open a new page like we did with the Stripe checkout, that is kind of called a redirect flow, while this thing where it's popping up is called pop-up.
Yes, I like it.
And I think Outseta also has support for regular kind of redirect flows, because for some systems that would be the only way to do it. But what we're going to try to demonstrate in the React application is the pop-up. Pop up.
And that's why I picked the Joker here, because you have this little Joker that's in the box, or you have a box and then you open the box and the Joker pops up like that. and the head goes like that, Yeah. So that's why I wanted the Joker.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay. So let's do run through of everything.
Are you doing the run through, or am I doing the run through?
Maybe you should do it. If you use my A, B, C, D, E, F, we should have a G maybe.
But A and B is kind of the head script is what we do in B. So A,
stick to the letters.
A, you want to add the anchors, so that is in the index page, to sign in. No, I mean sign up and log in. And if you use these now, you are taken to those URLs of your site. But what we want is a pop-up. And to get the pop-up, we need to add a script and some global JavaScript to configure it. And we do that using the on render body set head components. Can you open the Gatsby SSSR? Open Gatsby SSSR. Scroll down. Yes. Set. So inside of on render body, we use set head components, which is the way in Gatsby to be able to add stuff to the head of an HTML document. And when that is configured correct, you will get pop-ups, poppity pop-up, pop-ups.
So
nobody wants to watch the Git stuff.
No, but you're not watching it.
That was the summary.
That was the summary. Good. And
did you learn something new, Ola? Did it become clearer?
So, yeah. I like this. I like all these Gatsby specific files here, Gatsby SSR, Gatsby, especially Gatsby Node. And also we could do something with Gatsby browser maybe with this, I don't know, and the Gatsby config. And to be honest, I wouldn't have been able to just do this myself without help. But when I did it, I kind of get what's going on. I gotta get what's going on. So I learned a little bit about how this hangs together, and
yep. And so the interesting thing I find is that some things that were very, very simple for years and years, if you use if you just created an HTML, like this would work if you just created an HTML file with almost no code in there. You just copy paste the Outseta example into your head, and you have 2 link tags in the body of that HTML page. It would work, and you wouldn't have to understand any of this. But since we are using frameworks now, we have to kind of work with our frameworks. A lot of people kind of eject the index HTML from Gatsby, because if you create your own index HTML that wraps kind of your whole Gatsby site, you are allowed to do that, and you can do whatever you want. But when Gatsby keeps upgrading their versions, then you have to remember to upgrade in case they expect something different in the index. But if you then use their lifecycle methods, you are kind of future-proof when it comes to that framework. So frameworks complicate stuff, a little bit, sometimes a lot, but we do get some benefits out of it. But I think it's very important when you're working with a framework to get to know the framework and work and use the framework the way it's intended, instead of just kind of trying to do it like you're used to do it, because then you work against the framework. So I'm always for working with the framework, and in Gatsby case, that means that we should use set render body instead of messing with the HTML ourselves.
So
or the head ourselves.
I pushed this to Gatsby Cloud now. Also, why? I made it so big that it became small. So let's see if it works. Look at this! It's live! Okay, let's try it. Do you think it's going to work?
I hope so.
Let's see if it works. Log in. Yes!
And you see that you have that little X there, so that shows you that it's a pop up.
Yeah. If I do like this, I should be able to. Oh, it's the world's biggest pop up. There it goes. There's my little anchor.
It's because we've zoomed in so much.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's a good note to end it on. I am very hungry, and dinner is ready on the stove. So,
okay,
head on down from the loft, Ola, and we'll eat.
Next time, I'm gonna show you. What was it? Next Sunday is Let It Snow. As you can see, I have the Let It Snow going here. That's why it snows when I reload the page. But next time I'm gonna show how you can make it snow.
And version 1 will be out. The official version 1.0.0 will be out by next Sunday.
Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye now. This has been another unauthorized and rum-fueled treasure hunt in the sharky waters around the Gatsby Islands in Queen Ray and me.
And pop-ups. Poppity pop, pop-up, pop-ups.
Yeah.
Pop-up, poppity pop-ups.
Let's see if I can.
Do you want me to click the button?